Sovereign Tower. Actually, let me boot up the game. And hopefully, I can find it. Sovereign Tower. There it is. And I'll take a quick sip to drink. I'm excited about this game. For some reason, I've been drifting into the genre of... This should be better now, right? Better? Better or not? I've been drifting into the genre of playing visual novels. Beautiful music. I've been drifting into the genre of visual novels, and this is very new to me. I never played visual novels, with very few exceptions, like maybe 999 or... Actually, that's it, for the most part. I didn't like the genre, more out of ignorance. I didn't actually play it, so how did I know that I didn't like it? I did like 999. But I don't know, it's just an idea, just how it looked from the outside. I played strategy games, I mean I still do, and I played simulation games, thinking games, sometimes cozy games or atmospheric games, but usually not games that were story-driven. I didn't play platformers, I didn't play Metroidvania games, anything basically that is too reliant on a side view. For example, I also don't play Terraria, I just don't like the side-scrolling perspective, maybe, I don't know. I don't want to make any hard judgments here, because none of those statements are 100% true and accurate, but generally speaking, that's been how it was for me. But then, yeah, recently I've been starting to play more and more visual novel type games. Games like Volcano Princess. I played, what were the other games? The Matter of Being recently. I make this bold statement and now I can't name them. Anyhow, just trust me on this. And I've played the demo of Sovereign Tower and I enjoyed it kind of. I still don't like romantic visual novels, I think. But these type of games where you're basically just reading well-written text, have maybe interesting characters, but also, yeah, if you have like a ruling aspect to it, I kind of like that. Let's go for a new game. Sovereign mode. Sovereign mode disables manual saving. This choice can be changed in the settings. Yeah, sure. Farmer, enchantress, or tradesman. Is that who I am? Or who I am? Wait. Did this load? No, so if a question ends in a small... Because we at magical... I think this loaded my... This is a really weird start. Did this load my save from... Did this load my save from the demo? But I don't remember any of this. Because we're at the Magical Academy, we might have, how do you put it? You blew up another academy? It's an enchantress. We accidentally released one of our poltergeists into the wild. I am confused. I'm missing exposition. But honestly, he's mostly harmless. Well, except for the crops. He's got a thing against grain. Don't ask me why. think I feel like I'm missing exposition here. Is this empty, empty, empty? I'm just so confused by this. Let's start with the farmer. Which cycle question. Maybe that's just a cold intro the game intends. Also, I do like this sliding pattern here. Thinking about adding sliding patterns into my short form videos. Something like this. Hello, Your Grace. We are in a bit of a pickle. What's going on? Our crops were vandalized. I already know it's because of the poltergeist. Can you lend us a hand? Must be of magical origin. I shall send a mystic knight. Okay. Milkwood Bryce or Briss. The crops are being targeted by an occult magic. A knight skilled in exorcism must intervene immediately. Okay. Now, we already know. Yeah, you release the poltergeist, and the poltergeist is after the crop. A farming ghosts. Thank you, Your Grace. Tradesman. Your Grace, we are facing a terrible shortage. Our bakers are running out of wheat. I see, and this requires gold. Sure, we have a lot of gold. Sweet Highness, a nobleman, please forgive me for my slight delay. I also like the anime, like, I'm getting much inspiration just from these animations for short form video. Your Grace, we absolutely do not have time for such trivialities. We need to talk now. That's the Dragon Knight. The situation is serious, Your Grace. What is it? The Kingslayer is back, and it's not alone. It is heading towards us this very moment, dragging an army of the dead in its wake. His words trail off as though the Kingslayer's icy hands were already closing around his throat. What should we do? Stay calm. This is an order. Airman the Wise, you pierced the veil of Arcana that no hand was meant to find, only to offer the void a heart already vivid and unkind. I know why you're here, but I shall not give in, or the Emperor will take us all. If this is where it must all end, so be it. I don't have the context. This holy seed grants your shadow no spark of grace. Return to the frigid soul with the rest of your renegade ways. Farewell. May the next soul finally prove worthy. "100 years. Okay, so that's really is the intro. I was just confused. I wonder if I'm the only one or if others were confused just as I was. Because I remembered from the demo, the intro was slightly different. Probably deliberately, intentionally. So I was somewhat expecting a more explicit exposition. 100 years have passed since the fall of Ermin the Wise at the hands of the impious Kingslayer. Since then, the White Tower of Briss has become nothing more than a lifeless relic. I think it started like this. Having lost its fortress, the Kingdom of Britannia once again finds itself under the threat from the Anglo Empire. Maybe I shouldn't just read and actually pay more attention to all of the details. Also, I'm noticing Is my PNG tuber moving? Yeah, it is. Having lost its fortress, the kingdom of Britannia once again finds itself under threat from the Anglo Empire. Yeah, I shouldn't just read, I should actually pay attention maybe, because maybe this is important lore that helps me make decisions later on. Just as it did in ages past. There's a white unicorn banner with the orange folk. For centuries earlier, the Empire was already preparing to devour these lands. After fierce battles, fate seemed sealed and defeat inevitable. Of mercy, the gods bestowed the tower. This tower granted unparalleled strength to its knights and an inexhaustible wellspring of magic to its sorcerers. Oh, so it's of divine origin, okay. Well, also the lore says. But of all the gifts, the most fearsome was that bestowed upon its sovereign. It was the power to foresee the future. 100 years have passed since the people of Britannia have awaited the coming of a new sovereign, the chosen one who would awaken the ancient Tower of Briz once more. And it seems their prayers are finally about to be answered. Far from the royal court, in a humble country church, a wandering leper awoke to the sound of flames and chaos. That's us. We are a leper. We are playing a leper. First time I've seen a game making this kind of decision, which I like. Screams and the crackle of flames around you, spreading the sound of death. Actually, what is this here? Oh, I can review everything. I've been pronouncing words so well so far, and then I am stumbling over narrator. Screams and the crackle of flames surround you, spreading the sound of death. Through the shattered stained glass, you see armored figures moving frantically and bearing an emblem that you do not recognize. A cry of terror rises from outside. Run, the knights of the Empire are here. It must be one of them. You hear one of the armored figures shout, their voice trembling. Dense black smoke floods every corner of your dwelling. You rush toward the entrance, but the flaming wall collapses with a roar and seals off the main exit. The ceiling groans, releasing a rain of ash. The entire structure threatens to cave in at any moment. Amidst the blazing chaos, as you desperately search for another way out, your eyes meet those of a panicked cat. We can either follow the cat and trust its instincts to find another way out, or we take the cat in our arms and try to jump through the flames of the collapsed doorway. I'm thinking about how smart we believe cats to be. And I've seen some very helpless cats. So, I don't know. I feel like we need to protect the cat, not the other way around. Meow. You miraculously escape unharmed, and the cat seems to be fine. Just as you start to feel better in the fresh air outside, the dull thud of iron-shod boots echo around the corner. A cry, raw with pure rage, tears through the roar of the inferno. Is anyone there? Meow with precision. No one can tell you're not an actual cat. Try to adapt the deepest voice you can. It's me. A kid ran away to the other side. So either way, we are trying to deceive the person. We are a leper. I don't know, judging by my meow just now. I don't have the confidence to actually fool anyone that I'm a real cat. It's just me. A kid ran away to the other side. It worked. Oh. And there is a kid. Oh no. Did we just condemn a pure innocent kid? The night has turned back and you breathe a sigh of relief as you hear the sound of his boots gradually fading away. But as you approach to trail him from a distance, you watch in horror as he reaches for a child trying to flee. We can taunt the knight. He should be picking on a leper, which is us, instead of a toddler, way stronger than him. Run towards the child and try to push the knight away from him. Let's... I'm thinking, this sounds really dangerous because I don't think we are stronger than a knight. Otherwise, why would we try to deceive him in the first place? But together, maybe if the kid joins us, it's a 2v1. So maybe together we are strong enough. The knight turns towards you and charges, consumed by rage. He hunts you down for some distance, driving you to flee until you reach the very outskirts of the village. Find a leper-shaped rock in the forest and hide behind it. Hide in a field and pretend to be a scarecrow. I've played a lot of Mecha Chameleon these past 2 weeks, and I really do like the idea of hiding in plain sight. It's just so much better. This hiding place proves precarious. The knight finds you with ease and blocks your escape. Locking eyes with you, he raises his arm, ready to strike. So we can fight back with wood, or remove the bandage from one of your wounds and try to trip him up with it. Trip him up could be meant metaphorically, like scare him away. Your maneuver paid off and your attacker collapses heavily. Now defenseless, the Empire's warrior lies helplessly at your feet. This is your moment to act. Smash his skull in with a stone. He deserves it for trying to murder you. Well, not us, but for attacking a kid, maybe. Or leave him there and run away before he wakes up. Good question, good question. Well, this is a bit metagamey, right? Because I know we are going to play a king eventually, and I know we are using knights eventually. I'm thinking maybe this is a recruitable character later on. Maybe I don't want to kill him. But with that same reasoning, he might be making trouble later on. So using that logic doesn't help me decide on either of those options. Now, do we have other ways to decide on this? Well, we could just think about our own ethics, right? So we defended ourselves. Are we so scared that we want to kill him? Maybe just so he doesn't do any other harm. But we are past self-defense, right? We are not defending ourselves anymore. Actually, even the wording in this decision is about justice more than it is then. It's not about rage, it is more about justice, but it definitely isn't about self-defense. Let's assume the best. Let's assume that he's just doing his job. Maybe he changes his ways, or yeah. I don't have a good enough reason to kill him just yet, other than maybe this is just a world of kill or be killed. You run away into the darkness. I'm also noticing some of the decisions have like different color effects. They are either green or blue or red. So presumably a green mark means that it was the right choice, but we don't really know that yet. You run away into the darkness. Forgotten and abandoned from everything, the wretched leper was looking for salvation across the old kingdom. In despair and exhausted, a soft voice echoed in their heart, beckoning to a distant place. At the end of the journey, the poor soul finally reached the ruins of the tower, the last remnant of the once glorious kingdom of Britannia. I have mixed feelings about that name. It reminds me very much about Code Geass. All hail Britannia! And I have to think of this every time I'm reading Britannia. Maybe it's intentional as well. Something akin to fate seemed to guide their path to this forgotten place. At the foot of the tower, a few nobles seemed to be arguing. Once again, the royal selection had proved to be a disappointment. The door to the tower remained closed and the prophecy unfulfilled. Slipping through the crowd, the stranger reached for the legendary key adorning the giant lock. In their mind, the words of the prophecy echoed. Only the true sovereign, chosen by the gods, shall be allowed to wield the silver key to the doors of the tower. And for them, the door opened. From that moment on, people called them the sovereign of the tower. Okay, so it was true. The words of the prophecy were true. I am Sir Arlen, guardian of this tower's remains, and I have waited all my life for the blessed day when someone would finally pass through these doors. Why can I fast forward this, even though I've never played this? Well, maybe it's counting the demo playthrough, which I didn't play completely. Your Grace, and what a surprising choice from the gods. Well, a choice marked by fate, with all due respect. But I see you have already donned the traditional garb that befits the crown, as custom dictates. The anonymity, again, I've been doing so well, now I'm stumbling. As custom dictates, the anonymity of this attire shall be your protection and your salvation. Keep your identity shrouded and reveal nothing of it. All may form their own idea of what lies beneath the mask, though some, by convention, will simply refer to you as a man. You may not yet feel it in this state, but this edifice is miraculous. Within these walls, its magic suspends all afflictions from its sovereign, and your illness shall no longer progress. Oh, I didn't know that. Which is really, it is salvation. The tower also multiplies tenfold the strength of the knights who serve its round table. Its power depends on the size of the kingdom it governs, and granted for now, our territory is limited to the country of Briss. But here begins the rebirth of Britannia. For only through the sovereign and the might of this edifice shall we rally our neighbors under a single banner. The further our influence spreads, the more the tower shall awaken, and the more complete it becomes. More knights may take their place at your table to share in its strength. Now, pray tell me, Your Grace, how is it that you came to this place? So, this is now our first decision as sovereign. I had to flee my village because of the Empire. Or I was attacked by the Empire, then my steps brought me here. Both of them are true. Both are putting blame on the Empire. I don't think this is... The decision doesn't really seem like an important one. Both were saying pretty much the same thing. By all the gods. So the Empire is currently attempting to invade Britannia after all these years of relative peace. It is more than urgent than ever that we forge allies against this threat. For if they learn that the ancient White Tower of Breeze has awakened, the prophecy, the very one that described your arrival here, also mentioned a golden key, an artifact said to be capable of uniting these kingdoms. An artifact said to be capable of uniting the kingdoms, unlocking the tower's full potential, and who knows, perhaps curing you permanently? It's merely a legend, but after your arrival, I'm open to the vilest mysticisms. Hui, there are some difficult words in here. Well, not difficult to read, but I'll drink some more. At last, welcome home, Your Grace. Take your rightful place upon this throne. Many labors lie ahead, to be sure, but the tower has awoken under your reign. Rest assured that it will soon regain its former splendor and magic. So, that's, I don't know, 7 days? How many? Morning, noon, game saved. I also got an achievement. And Steam. Oh, yeah. Become the new sovereign of Briss. Oh, click too fast. Can I go back? Good morning, Your Grace. It looks like the tower has finally awakened for good. Alright. No more candidates in a trance screaming dubious incantations at its doors or relentlessly drumming on its walls. To tell you the truth, I still can't quite believe it. But here we are. The man before you looks like he'd stand frozen forever just to prove he's that loyal to you. If you permit me, Your Grace, I would be delighted to inform you of what to expect in the coming days. Sure. Your new subjects are quite eager to have someone in charge again, and will come to you for your help and guidance on various matters. Some of these requests may require you to take action, and the knights you've recruited at the round table will help you do that. Be forewarned, though they may serve you. They may not feel inclined to carry out your every order. It would do you well to learn their preferences to avoid further headaches. Well, then that is all for now. Let me introduce you to your very first knight. She's on her way and quite capable. She also happens to be my dear niece, but I take no responsibility for her punctuality whatsoever. Alright, Angelica. I'm terribly sorry. I got lost on my way here. I am Lady Angelica of Clavermont, Your Grace. Angelica has joined your round table. Welcome to the round table, Lady Angelica. So we can... Also, I'm looking at the stats up here, and they are so much lower than they were in the exposition, in the intro. Yeah, let's not be too friendly with anyone just yet. Thank you, Your Grace. Whilst we have just met, I must trouble you with a request. Just a small one, really, but I couldn't sleep a wink last night. The tower is quite cold and scary, you see. Do you think I could bring a cat to lighten the mood a bit? My dear niece, you told me your request was of utmost importance. But it is. Just a tiny cat, I mean, until the dusting and arranging are complete. Wait, can't we just allow the cat, but she needs to do it on her own? Obviously, I don't want to forbid cats in the tower. I want to allow her the cat, but I don't want her to, like, if she... I want her to then also take responsibility and do the work. But out of these options, I'd rather do this then. Thank you very much, Your Grace. I will name the cat after... No! No, you don't. I should not keep your audience waiting and take my leave then. Karina. Your Grace. Was really looking forward to meeting you. Karina, blacksmith. You see, I might need your help finding my smithing hammer, which might have dropped out from my carriage in the totally not creepy forest between Milkford and Clavemont. Dropped or lost? No, not lost, just temporarily mislaid for 2 years. Curious how to know how you stayed fit after 2 years without hitting the iron. Hellish calisthenic exercises, Your Grace. You have no idea how wonderful it is to channel overflowing physical energy such as mine. I could teach you a movement or two when you have some time. Either way, heard that you are hiring a bunch of knights for your round table. My hammer can restore relics to their rightful state. That might interest you, right? All you need to do is help me find my hammer. Sure. Sure, I'll send one of my knights. Not that they could decline it. Alright, we go to the gallery. At last I awake from my slumber. Lady of the Tower. Oh, and what a sight greets my eyes. And mine also. Such a beauty in stone. I mean, I've kind of already heard that the entire tower is magic. And it's divine magic. Not just an ancient sorcerer who built the tower, but it is made by the gods. So let's just appreciate the Lady of the Tower. You flatter me, dear sovereign. I am the tower actor. How delightful to meet you. Long have I watched over these halls, but alas, how decrepit everything has become. It is not safe to wander too deep yet, my brave sovereign. Not the welcome you deserve. However, as I retrieve my powers, I will endeavor to restore your tower's rooms to their former glory. Your presence reawakens something in me. So I guess this means we are flirting, and this means we are not. Maybe. Sure, let's flirt with the lovely stone statue Lady of the Tower. I hope it doesn't lead anywhere too raunchy. I don't like that in my kingdom building games, but I don't know. She's charming me at the moment. So let's whenever you wish, dear sovereign. Now that you've stirred me from my slumber, believe me, there are many doors that can be opened. I shall always be waiting for you here when you finish your day's duties, dear sovereign. And it's a tutorial pop-up. The Lady of the Tower allows you to unlock new rooms for the tower, giving you access to new features. New rooms can be unlocked by recruiting particular servants. Okay, so we have a blacksmith, so if we have a blacksmith, we can unlock the forge map room. Welcome, Your Grace. From here you may issue actions that affect the world beyond these walls. Invite notable individuals to your court or send aid to villagers struck by disaster, for example. I'm not quite sure if there's anything available right now, but, well, it never hurts to check. And if nothing else, you may always admire the map. This one. A fine piece of cartography, if I may say so myself. By the way, I'm looking at playing map some of these days, which is a map making game. This, yeah, just reminding myself of that. From the map room, you can open the world map and perform some specific actions through it. Audience requests allow you to invite a character to the tower on the next audience phase. Knights that were asked to come back later can be invited back through an audience request. If a location has been damaged following the failure of a quest, you can repair this location from the world map in the map room. Open map. Okay, we are Can I move around? I can zoom in, but I cannot. But I can only zoom in here. That's weird. I'm trying to press different keys. No, nothing. So we are in the center of Burst, the Tower City, and there's a plus 20 something there. Rosen, the old capital of Burst, was here when the tower fell. It is the second largest city today, to the west, and this looks kind of aggressive. Maybe is this the empire that is attacking us? A small country populated by numerous dragons. Oh no, never mind. Where the people unite around a formidable leader. Proud of his origins and culture, he remains deeply attached to the ancient kingdom. So where's the empire that is attacking us? Not sure. Grest, a small village famous for its inhabitants, who will tell you that everything is not that far. Oh, here's something. There's a color. Maybe that's where the hammer is. A quaint, peaceful village nestled by a gentle river. Its charming stone cottages and narrow lanes give it a timeless feel. What does this mean, this orange thingy? Not sure. Milkvolk, a quiet village where cows outnumber the people. Villador, once thriving through its artisans, this village now slums along its people. Poor, bitter, and not particularly welcoming. And the other places I seem to, can't. Wait, I need to mouse over the banner. Okay. Gavold, a county renowned for being the birthplace of agriculture, artisans, and workers, whose characters are as strong as the large quantities of cheese they produce. Many of its inhabitants have a, let's say, traditional approach to conflict. I see, and these colors are somewhat representing. No, I don't quite yet get it. Briss. So I don't see county borders. But I guess this area would be Briss, then this Gavold, then Drakovik, probably restricted to the mountain area. And then we have Groveshire, a rather wealthy county with a fairly large nobility. It prospers thanks to the sale of luxury goods and sumptuous handicrafts. Hunting is a popular sport here, and it sometimes takes a little and is sometimes taken a little too seriously. Yeah, so the thing I don't quite know is where Gavold and Briss border each other. So, for example, for Villador. Wait, there is a banner next to the place name. Selpfer. Okay. Requests, nothing available. How do I leave this? Leave. Okay. Then I have an inventory. It's empty, of course. I just started the game. We are on cycle 1. Now, what do I do? The glossary allows you to see, or glossary. How do you pronounce this? I never learned. I've never heard someone say this. Allows you to see information about your recruited knights and servants. After gaining enough experience, a knight will gain a level, and you will be able to allocate 1 point in a statistic of your choice. Attributes are characteristics of your knight that can impact their behavior towards the quest. You will have to deduce for several of them what impacts they may have based on a quest's description. For example, Arlene's niece, Lady Angelica of Clavermont, is a young, naive, gentle, and optimistic knight. As a child, she was filled with lofty ideals and dreams of becoming a knight. Preferences, I see. You can check whether your knight has a preference for certain quests. The preferences won't impact how well the knights will perform in quests, only their affinity towards the sovereign. Affinity represents how a knight currently feels about a sovereign. Increasing a knight's affinity may trigger new dialogue with them. Low affinity level may cause the knight to leave the round table. Okay. And this is Angelica. She's naive and kind-hearted and two other things. And she likes diplomacy and scouting, and there are two things she dislikes. Arlen Sneeze, Lady Angelica of Claremont is young. Yeah, I know that. Servants, I have Arlen, okay. And Lady of the Tower. Now, the Sovereign menu screen allows you to see the current satisfaction of the different classes and the progress of the Sovereign archetypes. Increases in satisfaction with each class can unlock new dialogue options and new items in shop. Sovereign archetypes increase or decrease with your choices. Each archetype has 3 thresholds to reach, with each threshold unlocking new dialogue options. Some dialogue options are also unlocked depending on how much the archetype is increased compared to another. And, okay, so we can be audacious, wise, tyrannical, or kind. And there's the satisfaction of the people, the nobles, the merchants, and the scholars. So let's try to be kind and wise. But I already decided, even in the title of the YouTube live, that I want to be kind. But also wise is also important. I definitely don't want to be tyrannical. And for the satisfaction of the realm, I'll try to strike a balance. I don't want any of the factions to become too powerful. Especially not the nobles. Yes. I don't have audiences, maybe because it's the first day. So what do I do now? Do I end the day? There's a dialogue. Kitty, kitty, please come down. The head cook won't be pleased to find you up there. The girl is trying to coax down a kitten curiously wandering amongst the kitchen spices shelves. Oh, Your Grace, have you come for a drink? Or perhaps a snack? Sure. That's a cute little fellow. New attribute discovered, she's an animal lover. Well, not a surprise. Look at those little black paws. Thank you so much for letting me bring a cat here. I named him after you, you know? Yeah, you mentioned that. No sovereign get away from this flower bag at once. So the cat is called Sovereign. Oh dear. Okay, maybe this game has more. This heart here makes me think that maybe this game has more romance in it than I initially anticipated. I like both dialogue options. I really do. I do like the meow because she's calling for Sovereign. It's funny. It's just good luck cleaning up the floor. Of course, you guys. The floor will be as clean as a whistle. Round table. Okay. During the round table phase, you will have the option to assign your available knights to any open requests. The assignation. Oh my god, sounds too similar to assassination. The assignation of a knight is locked only once you end the cycle. Before that, you can always change how you assign your knights. To succeed on a quest, there are There are two main factors: having enough knights and reaching the quest's stat requirements. Be aware that knight attributes, both known and unknown, will also influence the quest outcome. You can see the tags of a knight in the glossary. How do you pronounce this? I should really look it up. How to pronounce glossary. Glossary is British and glossary American English. Okay, close enough. If not perfectly on point, discounting my German accent. Be aware that knight attributes, both now. Okay, I got that. Quests also have a damage range, representing the minimum and maximum damage each knight can take during a quest. Some knight attributes can also increase or reduce these values. Exceptions can occur on critical successes, failures, or unexpected outcomes. So, I only have one quest and one knight. And the quest requires strength, agility, and luck. And I can see the stats of my knight on the right. And she has apparently a decent amount of agility and strength and luck as well. Ah, no, that's not it. The thing is, we don't know how much wit, magic, and charisma the quest requires. That's the point. So it might actually be a bad match. We just don't know. We don't have equipment. She has 5 armor. I guess this is... Sure, let's send her out. There she's going. Oh, hammer lost yet again. The blacksmith temporarily mislaid her. Okay, that's just heavy hammer and dense force between the properties of the hammer left some tracks. Find it and get it back. Also, maybe she needed magic. Success. Oh, I didn't quite catch all the animations there. That was too quick for me. How each point got valued in. Once the quest is completed, the outcome is determined based on the knight's statistics, the attributes, and the knight's party size. The outcome of the quest will determine the experience points and gold earned, as well as the damage taken by the knights. Performing a critical or great success will increase each present knight's affinity, and performing a major failure will lower each knight's affinity. If special conditions are met, then some quests can have unexpected outcomes. An unexpected outcome can be positive or negative. Recap. Participation is plus 1000. Total score is 1390. Okay, so we need 50% always. Okay. Rewards. And wait, shouldn't the equipment now have the hammer? Or maybe it doesn't count as equipment. And we have some gold from our towns. And there's a big exclamation mark here. Hello, Your Grace. Who's there? It's only me, Your Grace, a demon. The very humble demon of this tower. The syrupy voice, seemingly emanating from the strange padlock, slips into your ears like a trickle of warm honey. What are you doing here, you cursed creature? What do you want from me? Let's be friendly for now. I was locked away in this dark dungeon long ago, Your Grace. And like all the souls of this tower, I exist only to serve you humbly. I want to play benevolent. I want to be kind and wise, But I believe that also means hearing anyone out at first before making a judgment. So while on some level I believe that listening to the demon will allow me to play more tyrannical, I will still allow the demon to make their case. My power is that of renewal and reversal, your grace. As your endeavors grow, bonds form and shatter, nations grow or crumble, so too shall my powers wax and wane, fed by your exploits. When you call upon me, your mistakes will vanish like dew under the morning sun, and with no world-ending price attached, of course. Okay, so I can use the other dialogue options as well. Are you the voices in my head? Maybe yes, maybe no. Sure, I want nothing to do with you. Maybe you understand very little, your grace. You retreat in the dark, ready to fall into the abyss without even realizing it. Listen to my voice, and you will see that anything is possible for the one who holds the key of destiny. Yeah. Okay. I ended up picking that dialect choice as well when I realized I can choose all of them. Don't forget me, your grace. Take this little log, and you shall have me at your beck and call. Soon you will find it impossible to get rid of me. He seems inner self. He seems trustworthy. Okay, I'll trust my inner self. The demon power allows you to go back to any previous cycle of the current act while keeping all knowledge acquired so far. Okay, so this is my going back in time power, which I might actually use. Going back in time is not inherently demonic or bad, including knight's tags and preferences and quest requirements. You will also keep your current sovereign archetype progress. This may also unlock new dialogue options for specific events of the questline you've already started to explore. Note that after returning to a previous cycle, the audiences that you will get may be different. Oh, okay. So there is some RNG which then will reroll, is how I'm reading this. You can see how many times you've used the demon power in the sovereign menu. Let's try to keep it low though. Now, where do we go first? Roundtable is probably the last one. Let's accept some audiences. Arnold. Hello. Allow my crystal clear voice to caress your delicate ears. So about. I am Arnold, representative of Belfont, noble region of the county of Groveshire, renowned for its exceptional hunters and its fine, exquisitely soft silks, sometimes even almost affordable. The county of Groveshire has tasked me with meeting you as part of an idiomatic mission. Indeed. Oh, move, you silkwig. It's me. You've been waiting for Damian, official emissary of Marinac from county of Gavold. And I too have a message, but bigger and more urgent than theirs. Where was I? I've been tasked to come. Shut up, kid. Your Grace, respectfully, you really shouldn't listen to the snobby Gloucestershire people. Those puny fools. Allow me to reply. It's not appropriate to give credence. And you dare to talk about gastronomy? Oh, I can't read that fast. Well, maybe I could if I wasn't reading it out loud. And you claim to represent a civilized county where you haven't even bothered to mask your traveler's odor. Calm down. I'll listen to you both. That won't be possible. The only thing the two of us agree on is that the other one has to go. Unfortunately, I agree on this point. If you listen to anyone, it can only be me. I'm thinking. So, the first question is, do we want to align ourselves with nobles or common folk? Which is probably the actual diplomatic consequence of this decision. The other thing, though, is Damien was the first one to butt in and not let Arnold, finish what he was saying. So I do want to punish that. And while I'm more interested in aligning myself with the people, which I think Damien is going to represent, not like that. This is not about nobles etiquette, or this is, I think, even for common folk, it should be obvious and common courtesy not to interrupt someone else who's speaking. I'm a snob. I'm listening to you, Arnold. Perfect. The county of Gavold and its people will remember what the sovereign of the nobles is worth. Thank you. Also, I can reverse time, now that I'm thinking about it. He adjusts his pointed little head before continuing. The Count of Grafshire wished to establish initial contact with you, so that we might have the honor of introducing ourselves before entrusting you with a mission of the utmost importance. A mission naturally likely to earn you the alliance of our illustrious county, in exchange, of course, for a few heroic feats and possibly minor humiliations. Yeah, I'm. Let's be a little bit sarcastic. He is putting it on too snobby. He remains perfectly stoic. Our illustrious count will be made aware of your curiosity and shall meet with you as soon as his noble schedule permits. Thank you. All right, Goberto, Sir Goberto of Noun, at your grace. The herald said you needed help with some monsters. You're in luck. Slaying wild beasts is my specialty. Trolls, dragons, spiders, bloodthirsty chickens, you name it. Sometimes knights will come to ask if they can join your roundtable. Accept them will make them available for you to perform quests. Telling them to come back later will allow you to invite them from the map room. If you do so, they will be present in the next cycle audience phase. Rejecting them will make them definitely unavailable. Once a knight is recruited, you can make them leave the roundtable in the glossary. If you do so, you will be able to call him back from the map room. So there's no reason to reject him just now. Sir Guberto, someone who fights, which works well with Angelica. Angelica being the one who's a scout and diplomacy-focused girl. Goberto has joined the roundtable. Chester. Hello, Your Grace. Did you have any crispy dreams? I come with a matter of the highest importance. Again, nobody ever asks for my opinion, never ever, so I decided to give it anyway. Hope it doesn't bother you. Are you listening? Yes, no, maybe? Your ears, they look so absorbent. There's something that smells bad about the situation standing before you, both figuratively and literally. Sure, continue. There's a goose, but not your everyday goose, a general goose, a war goose. It's taken control of the public baths. And it's blocking the entrance. I haven't bathed in 15 days. Your Grace, the children cry. You must send help before this goose claims further territory. Sure, let's send a knight. The bath houses are important. I'll go now, slowly sideways, so the goose doesn't see me. Eliav? Hello, I'm Eliav of Clavermont, your brand new official messenger from Clavermont. I bring a request from Clavermont. I think I may require you to confirm on it. I'm very helpful. No, I mean, I won't make fun of him. Me personally, I probably would. This is exactly my kind of humor. This is exactly the type of phrasing that I do make fun of if people repeat something one too many times. But I'm sitting on a throne now, so I graciously accept everyone's idiosyncrasies. The people of Clovermont begged me to present to you with dignity. We lost it, the sacred relic, jade, amethyst, well, a nice little rock, and it was a magpie that stole it. Okay, so we can either send a knight or not, and the scholars do want it. This would be the bloody magpie. A magpie stole the sacred relic of Villador. It should be hidden high up in its nest, deep inside the woods. Get it back. Sure. Right now, let's accept everything. Again, we can, the way I understand it, we can turn back time within the act. And also, yeah, this lets us learn more about the world and what is happening there. So, in a time travel scenario, information is the actual currency, right? The bells shall ring in the village to their arrival. Thank you, Your Grace. And Karina. Your knight nailed it. My hammer was by the river near the old mill, so it wasn't really lost after all. Nevertheless, your round table shall be filling to the brim soon with knights. All we need now is a warm-hearted forge, and those rusty relics could be yours again, Your Grace. And we're in the afternoon, and hey! We unlocked the forge. Lady of the Tower. The tower has now been granted a new room. Anything else, Your Grace? Nope. Let's check it out. Hello, Your Grace. Thanks again for this wonderful forge. I'm still setting things up, but I have a few relics to sell. Please take a look. Sure. Open the shop. And how much money do we have? So some of them are more affordable than others. Oh, and some of them require me to have specific stats. Okay. They're different plus passive. A simple yet sturdy bow, appropriate for hunting small animals. I see. A regular trusty shield, a ornamented but dangerous. Can be used to elaborate different strategies. So I think some of those will help with some quests specifically, whereas others just give the stats. I'm reading through them. A royal sword, fancy, elegant, and the ultimate master for any diplomatic occasion. So what are our current quests, right? Our current quests are... Do we see them in the map room, or do we see them... No, in the round table room, probably. These are the knights. Also, we have a second knight. Where do I switch my knights? Where can I... Ah, here. Okay. Guberto. Sir Guberto is eager to make a name for himself. However, he is the youngest son of the youngest brother to Earl of Nornet and faces stiff competition from his 12 siblings and 78 cousins. He's good at hunting, duel, relic recovery, but bad at diplomacy. Has a lot of strength and a bit of charisma. We don't have anyone with wit or magic just yet. And let's take a look at the quests and what they need. So the goose needs strength and charisma. A furious goose has seized the baths, sent a knight to convince it to stop expanding its conquest. So maybe this can be solved with charisma as well. Yeah, charisma as well. maybe it's either or. And the other quest is the Bloody Magpie. Requires wit, okay, and agility. Neither of my knights have wit. How do I... here's how I switch. Yeah, neither of them have wit. Oh, 2 wit on Angelica. And 3 charisma. Both have 3 charisma. And the Bloody Magpie, we don't know if it requires strength or not. So this is something we will learn. But what I'm thinking of is giving Angelica an item that gives wit. Do I have any? The sling maybe? Against the magpie? Makes sense, kind of. But it lowers strength, which we don't need for this mission. Do we have any other items? Silver sword gives a little bit of magic. Hunting bow gives agility and wit. Might be even better, but also more expensive. Sure, let's give... what's the passive? Can I see? It doesn't say. So, the slings can be used to elaborate different strategies. Maybe we try the sling first. And yeah. Or we could try to give her both. I'm thinking about that. Giving her both. Sure, we can roll back time. We can swap items around. Hopefully we don't need any other. Hopefully we don't need any. Yeah. How do I give it to her then? Oh, they can only have one? Oh, okay. So only one weapon per. Only one weapon, one mount, and one... Okay, never mind then. Both of those sound like they can have a special interaction with the magpie. Let's start with this. And you are going for the other one. And sure, and let's use the bow since I have it. Now I'm out of money. I hope I won't regret this. No, not finish, not finish. No, that's not what I mean. No, that's not what I wanted to click. I think I probably didn't miss anything. I don't think, but... I really would like that button to be more obvious, saying something like next cycle. Okay. Here's a success. If your school has seized the bars, send a knight to convince it to stop sending in requests. No special interaction, it seems. Obtained rewards a follow-up audience. And this is a great success. A magpie stole the sacred relic of Villador. It should be hidden high up in its nest. It would get it back. Animal Cover actually helped here. Interesting. And something else helped as well, which is probably her special stat. But she did take some damage. Okay. And we obtained a donkey. A friendly, annoying, loud donkey who just won't shut up but would move mountains without hesitation. Which gives -2 charisma for 1 strength. And Angelica leveled up. Nice. And I can level up one of her stats. Let me think for a moment while... Yeah, give me a moment to think. So since she's in diplomacy, I'll probably go further into charisma. Hui. Okay, I hope I didn't miss anything. No, forge. What does repairing armor cost? Oh, quite expensive. Sorry. Okay, I don't think we missed anything. We can go for the audiences again. Oh no, there are dialogue options here. Hello, Your Grace. What are you doing in the kitchen? Are you writing to someone too? No one expects any. Who are you writing to? My little sister Berta. She'll be so proud that I've become a knight. I can't wait to tell her all about it. I'll make you proud. Just wait and see. So what are you telling her? I was recounting all the sensational things that have happened to me recently. My arrival in the audience hall and of you who agreed to take me on. The moment I stepped onto the kitchen floor for the first time, all of it. It changes the man, doesn't it? I feel like I've grown up just since lunchtime. At least a few inches, Your Grace. He gets back to his letter. And Angelica? I really hope I didn't miss any dialogue by going forward the cycle. Not sure. And don't forget to clean your armor after each quest. I know you've been saying the same thing for 20 years, though it really means a lot to me that you're still looking after Elliot and me after all these years. You know, just because I choose a different path doesn't mean you stop being my little sister. Also, they are sisters. Stop laughing like an idiot, and I'm really proud to see you living your dreams now. No, to be honest. So basically, I'm hiring only from one family, is what it looks like. Anything else? Map rooms, open map. I don't think... Yeah, nothing changed. So we really need to look at the audiences. Geigelhelm, Count of Gloucestershire. Ah, so it's you, our dear neighbor. The man in front of you can't hide his surprise. Yes, it must be surprise. I'm the representative of the lands of Gloucestershire. As you already know, we seek your attention in order to discuss a rather challenging matter. A challenging matter? Nothing too dangerous for your knights, of course. Nothing complicated, nothing deadly at all. To tell you the truth, a monster haunts the land of Gloucestershire. The Beast. Fear the Beast. I seem to recall asking you to exercise a little more restraint in the stylistic flourishments, dear attendants. What are the actions of this beast? It began by decimating our herds, then somehow it managed to rally our domesticated animals to its cause. Our goats are being slaughtered, and our dogs have become its henchmen. This beast, it prowls through the village, our village at night, accompanied by its four-legged servants. The pack attacks our herds, leaving behind the blood and tears, before vanishing into the woods. This pack demands your utmost attention. Perhaps you will find a solution where we now fail. Perhaps or perhaps not. I have nothing to lose by asking. Is Groffshire not famed for its hunters? My knights will be done to take on this worthy challenge. Yeah, isn't it? We sent our best, but they never came back. Never came back. I like them. This is yeah, too funny. Having people just to make things sound more dramatic. Agreed. We'll dismantle this pack in order to destroy the beast. What do we gain apart from trauma? It's too risky. No, thank you. I think this is there from another county, right? What do you pay? Do you have anything to offer at all? Visibility, popularity, fame, and of course eternal glory, or at least commemorative cheese. We'll see. So this does give reward. This gives 35 gold and 1 scholarly point. A terrifying horde of wild animals led by a mysterious beast is spreading terror throughout the woods and fields of Groffshire. Send a knight to hunt this pack before it causes any more damage, and that requires some magic. Damage risk 2 out of 4. And there's a deadline on it as well. Sure. They agree to help. We expected no less. Send one of your finest knights to... No, well, I don't know about that one. As soon as possible. Maybe not the finest. Until we meet again. Alvena. Sir Arlen, your grace, my greetings. Greetings, Alvena. We haven't been introduced yet, your grace. Alvena, recruited into your service by Sir Arlen a few days ago. I shall be taking care of administration, the little paperwork, and the major inconveniences. My role is essential to the proper management of this tower. And yet you didn't even think to give me a room for my belongings, Arlen? I kindly request, your grace, that you promptly make the necessary arrangements for my accommodation. In return, I might have a juicy bit of gossip or two about your knights. Thank you. I imagine we could dust off a small room in exchange for your services, your grace. Oh dear. I've heard your need of great heroes, so here I am. Sir Grandam of Villador, the best knight in all the land. Yes, I know. It's a lot to take in. It's okay if you want to applause or to faint. I'm used to it. I have to say, I'm also used to higher standards than the smelly shack you call a tower, but it will have to do. Do not worry with me at your round table. Your little realm will very soon shine in glory. So he has a lot of charisma, so for some reason people like his act. He has 2 magic, which we actually kind of need at the moment. Let's accept him for now. I'm already lighting this place up, but he looks like he's going to be the first one to go. Roland. Oh, your grace. Roland at your service. I'm a sailor down in Crest. Gonna be a go-between with the folks there. Alright, formalities done, yeah? I'll skip the bowing. Any chance your folks might spruce up the roads to Crest? You know, the one that leads up here? Ain't that far, just 3 hours, but it sure help us ordinary folk. Oh, and I can barely afford it, but I can. This choice will impact the following categories: merchants and people. It's a port town. Yeah, that sounds actually kind of reasonable. Sounds helpful as well. Yeah, I reckon we are good at what we do, even if you ain't really seen it for yourself. Thanks anyway. And Chester. It's over, your grace. The baths are quiet, but the goose and its eggs remains. It speaks to me now. It honks inside. I am the vessel, I am the pond. I've seen the foaming truth. Honk. Oh, something in the gallery. A new room. The intendancy. This tower has now been granted a new room. Anything else, Your Grace? Nope. Intendancy. Hello, Your Grace. Perhaps you wish to hear some gossip? Sure, investigate. Ah, okay, so we can investigate our knights. Let's investigate Goberto. Very well, Your Grace. We will start investigating at once. And what of our knights? Also, what is with the forge? Well, we're still good, right? That is all the dialogue. Let's take a look at the round table. So we have only one quest. Feels like there should have been more. And that requires agility, strength, and magic. And except for Gwendon, nobody has magic. And he also has strength and agility. In total, Angelica has 11 strength and agility. Let's just count the stats. She has 11. This is 10. This is also 11. What do we think of the affinity? This is a fighting quest. So probably cancel. I want to close this. Probably Gwendon is best suited. Unless, of course, other stats are needed as well, because he does have more too. Also, I do have a mount now that gives plus strength minus charisma. I also really like the idea of giving Gwendon a donkey. And maybe the hunting bow. Yeah, probably the best choice. Sure. Is that all? I think it is. I think that is all the locations. Open map. Yep. That is it. This is the cycle. Let's take a look. Okay. Face the horde of terrifying horde of wild animals. Oh, someone came. Wow, okay. Oh, something. Great success, okay. And -2. While tracking the horde, a destination seems to have emerged as the beast refuge near the Black Forest. Refuge near the Black Forest of Belfort. Okay. Arlen's note. Let's take a look at the magic. Magic failed to roll. Okay. And the hunting bow really helped as a passive, and noble soul. Okay, so he was really well suited. Let's collect our rewards. Oh, even more funds. Of course, he impressed the people who really want impressive things to happen. Stop bothering me, peasants. You're wasting my time. Now let us dance, feast, and... Isn't My frown, Sir Grandon. Oh, it's you guys. This isn't what you think. I was just wondering what the view was like here. Turns out it's not that great, if you ask me. I think he needs to be put in his place. Come on, you guys. It's hardly high treason. You've only been here for a couple of weeks, haven't you? And all you had to do was open a door to become the new sovereign. If I had come here sooner, then perhaps I would have been able to. Picture it, the sparkling knight Grandon, adorned with his armor that shines like diamonds and is obviously magical. The tower doors thrown open with such ceremony. Well, too late for that now, I suppose. No, I won't pretend. I'm curious what he thinks about the view from the front, but I won't pretend I didn't hear that. Well, Grandon disliked it. That's too bad. I won't be staying in this graveyard of a court for very long. It's unfortunate that now the quest experience didn't go to one of the other knights. That's my biggest regret. But I won't regret disappointing Gwendon. We could attempt some sort of acrobatic display to crush the enemy's morale during our next mission. What do you think, sir? I love the idea. A frantic bit of footwork, a voluptuous sway of the hips, and boom, I launch you into the air like a majestic champagne cork. Before executing 3 perilous somersaults and landing elegantly right on top of our opponents. Yes, yes. And we would finish with a sparkling victory pose. Arms to the heavens, chin held high, and knee bent at a 45-degree angle. That will be certainly impress them all, sir. I think we only have to go to the audiences. A Dragon Knight. I hate a Dragon Knight. Dost extend mine salutations unto thee. Is there any soul amidst the scattering endowed with the power to parley with me? You are in the presence of the sovereign. Am I? Thou art but a mere child in these realms. How mightest thou lay claim to this exalted throne, and not I? I who've been crowned by the ancient, vintage, limited edition, true king himself, have traversed the domain of Britannia decade by decade, and leveled cities in my wake. So doth I challenge thee, stranger. Prove unto me thou art the sovereign this dominion doth require, that thou can gather valiant knights, lead thy folk to peace and prosperity, and stand resolute against the Anglo Empire. Shouldst thou falter or refuse my challenge, I shall take thy life with mine own hand. Some information piqued your interest? I shall inspire the people and rally them to me. You accept without hesitation. When a character gives you an ultimatum, you will get some objectives to fulfill before a given cycle. Okay. Each fulfilled objective before the given cycle will give you a bonus when you will face this character again. It's not mandatory to fulfill this objective. You accept without hesitation, stranger. These realms merit a sovereign of great might. Until we meet Anna, toast has best be prepared. I had heard legends about this Dragon Knight, but I thought him long dead. Let us prepare for battle. I've noted the objectives in terms of resources and support that need to be achieved. Be in mind that these are not essential to our success. Okay, so it's a quest. Basically. And we need an allied county. Gulham, what a surprise, dear neighbor. We have learned that your knight has overcome the dreadful pack of the Gloucestershire beast. May our dogs rest in peace. Deprived of its minions, it now seems to cause far less damage. But the beast is still roaming. The beast is still roaming. Indeed, dear attendants. However, intervening with the pack enabled us to gather information about the beast. The bodies of our domesticated animals show traces of magical influence that may have been the cause of their compliance with the beast. The animals seem to converge towards the Black Forest of Belfon, which considerably narrows our search. But we already, what news is this to us? Such a place to discover the beast slayer, such a bucolic, I don't know how to pronounce this word, I don't even know what it means, setting. Lush greenery, a sparkling river, and a few merchant farms nestled among the rocks. We must discern the form of this creature before moving forward. Since this finding was yours to make, we believe the next steps should belong to you. You do the work, all on your own. Sure, let's keep helping it. You are still free to decide how you would like to continue being of service to us, dear neighbor. Okay, so we can... I see. Okay, so we can accept how we want to approach this quest. We either explore the forest itself, or the river, or the farms. And this gives different rewards as well, and requires different stats to complete. All of them require wit. This one requires luck, agility, and charisma. So basically, Angelica is really good with all of them. I'm not worried whatsoever about being able to complete this quest, but I am now looking at the promised reward. And this one is obviously the best one, as it gives a relic. This one is also interesting, but we can't use this option. What is this? A new quest will be gained. Okay. Nothing too complicated for your wonderful knights, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Until next time. A nomad? Kutna nomad, your grace, we beg for your mercy. We are a humble community of wanderers, no harm meant. We look for shelter for just a few days. A bitter cold is closing in, and our little ones are already shivering. We cannot sleep in the woods, not like this. With all due respect, opening the tower's doors to these people, that would be a tremendous act of trust. They are strangers with none to vouch for the integrity. What do you wish to do, your grace? We can turn back time, so obviously we trust them, and if they turn out to not be trustworthy, we know better for the next time. Prisoner's Dilemma is really easy if you can turn back time. The nobles don't like it. Yet, too bad. Thank you, your grace. Sorry, the children will never forget this. Gwendolyn, so here you are, you, the famous sovereign. Charming. She looks at you with an air of superiority. I'm Gwendolyn, Baroness of Villa d'Argent, a great, or what am I saying, the greatest locality of Villador. A pearl obscured by the lands, but one that is absolutely vital to your reign. I shall be conveying to you the many complaints from the common people of this land. Most importantly, I am your knight's dear aunt. Yes, Gwendu, my darling, little Gwendu. So happy I am to hear that you have recognized this brilliance. But where is this little duckling? Feel free to see yourself out. Yeah, I have no issue antagonizing them. No, not really. Just came to see how you was doing. If your knights do find themselves listless at your little round table, then they could always come read my garden. It is in a similarly pitiful state. For 5 gold. Sorry, no. That seems a villager problem. I'll just have to ask my nephew. Yeah, do that. Your grace, as you know, we hold the great wyvern hunt every year in Glavermont to keep the creatures in check. Can you tell me where you're from again? But this year, well, there are far too many. We found them perched on rooftops, hiding in attics. Some have even stolen hams from the market. We're not enough to handle it. Yeah, that sounds kind of important for the realm. Let's protect our hams. Knights will fend off the wyverns. Or a knight will help What's the difference? Suffering from an overpopulation of wyverns, track and diplomatically repel these flying creatures from the region, or hunt them down? Oh, I do like trying this with diplomacy. And I can send 2 knights. I really like the idea. Your Grace, some missives have been delivered to you. They were carried here by a chicken and are carefully wrapped in what appears to be noble public latrine sheets. So toilet paper. Well, snack time now. Ah, and I do have a rumor to hear. Well, your Grace, you have thus provoked the wrath of the Dragon Knight, whose fury had not been felt for many moons. Do you think my attitude is fond? No, no, no. The Dragon Knight is a mere contrarian. He opposes you on principle, simply because you managed to open the ancient Tower of Briss. It's nothing new. Even during my wild youth, in the days of the Tarascus War, this old fossil was already well over 100 years old and driven by conservative values. Believe me, I fear he would have behaved the same way with anyone who managed to ascend the throne. I see, a standard skills test. Indeed, the advantage being that it's a safe bet he won't hold a grudge and will accept your role once you've proven your worth. So what is my... A little bit has shared a most interesting anecdote with me. Goberto is clumsy. It takes an extra 2 damage if the quest is a failure. Interesting. Okay. Let's investigate. Grandon. Because I'm about to dismiss him, but I really want to have a reason not to do so. I really want a reason to like him. Right now I don't. We will start investigating at once. Nice. Gallery. Do we have a new room? No. Ah, my sovereign. I sense the formidable dragon knight looming within these walls. You were able to sense this. Are your beautiful eyes everywhere? No, this is too much. This is too much flirting. You were able to sense this presence. As the protector of this tower, I can feel every ripple of energy that passes through these walls, and the Dragon Knight is already familiar to me. He once sat at a round table during the reign of Erman the Wise, which we played in the intro section. What was he like back then? I remember a fearsome young warrior with strength forged through unyielding values. Under Erman's rule, I seem to recall that the kingdom flourished, but it's hard for me to remember further details. Perhaps the Dragon Knight feels a certain longing for that era, but I have no doubt that you will succeed in proving your worth to him, my dear sovereign. And no new room. I'm looking at targets. Oh, I'm just now realizing I also need to hit these numbers and the allied country. Talk to the demon. Well, your grace, that's quite a delicious challenge you've been given, isn't it? Does seeing me threaten make you happy? No, don't take things so seriously, your grace. After all, if things were to go wrong, you'd need only use my powers to make a few small adjustments, wouldn't you? Perhaps there's a spark of curiosity to see if you're actually good enough to manage without me. Okay, so we have quests. We have many quests. Which ones of these are on a deadline? Mostly this one. It's the river research. We have 3 nights and 5 quests. And anything we want to prioritize? Probably the ones that give me relics, right? But think about and it's also the one with the deadline. So yeah, we do want to prioritize this one. It's a search for clues quest. So we want, yeah, we want her, and maybe we even give her the donkey. No, we don't. So Angelica is on the river research. We could think for a moment about buying her different items. I'm just now realizing that the items can be purchased multiple times. Interesting. So they are not unique, at least not all of them. Now, what other quests are there? So there is the Wyvern repelling, which will probably need Angelica as well. So we don't do that one just yet. The venerable barrel of salted cod from quest has been stored and hidden in a dark cellar. Send a knight to search for it and bring it back. So they might not be able to do that. Wit and agility. This one looks really demanding. Song of the Dryads. On the outskirts of Clevermont, charming dryads shout from morning to night, disturbing the quiet of the villagers. Send a knight with a sense of rhythm to negotiate with them. I don't think so. And there's the woods investigation. The residents of Milkwood are requesting your assistance in investigating the nearby woods to determine the ideal location for building a new cow catapult. What? And that gives a consumable. And that requires wit as well. Medium amount of wit. Is there an item that helps with that? Probably not. Not more than I already have. Do I think he can manage with 4 wit? Probably not. No, I don't think he can. I don't think he can do anything. Only thing I can see is maybe... No, that's also... I think none of those quests help. Yeah, I don't think I can do them. I don't want to fail them as well. Not good enough just yet. So where else could we go? What else could we do? Map room. Nothing here. Let's just finish this cycle as it is. Yes, I know they don't have quests, but I don't think they can do it otherwise. Unless I send someone else here. But who would I send? So, wait. Song of the Dryads could work with... I mean, I could send her here. But then... Is Gwendon good enough for the river research? I feel like he isn't. Let's try. And then do we have something for Guberto that is mostly strength? Maybe this, but probably not. Sure, let's try. Let's try. Worst case, we turn back time. And armor can be repaired. No. Just accept the damage. Angelica liked it, okay. She liked the quest. Roberto liked this quest. And Gwendon we don't really care about. Okay. That's a success. We take it. It's just a moderately sized wolf, okay. And we have a hunter's axe. Although not very easy to handle, it does provide an undeniable boost in strength. Okay, good. No, no, no. Yes, yes. No, yes. Oh. On the outskirts of government, a charming Dwayne shouts from morning, disturbing the quiet of the village. Sent a night with a sense of rhythm to negotiate with them. Oh, naive is against. Okay, she's not good there, but animal lover. Oh, okay. Okay. Barely. And next one. Oh, wait. Didn't we send the knight out as well? Huh? What happened to... Didn't we send out Gwendo as well? After all, at least one real knight here must be worthy of the royal prestige expected at this rickety table we call home. True enough. A noble hero in shining armor. A loyal and resplendent man, illuminating every grimy cobblestone with his delicate footsteps. Precisely, sir. Sometimes this brilliance of it even gives me a bit of a headache. A visual symphony of a living poem written with the ink of heroism upon the parchment of courage. Indeed, thank you for being such a worthy hero among us. Are you just going to mindlessly agree with me every single time? Wait, what happened now to our... What happened to our knight? Gylem, the count is silent. Yes, the count is. Shouldn't we be as well? I am surprised. Not even our best hunters were able to track the creature. Not even a bit, not by a single hair. Contrary to all expectations, the famous beast turns out to be a simple wolf. It's just a wolf. You're going to ask me to kill this beast now, aren't you? That is indeed my intention. You must kill the beast. Kill the beast! Your hunters are unavailable to do this instead. Your knights are unusual, but I must admit that they are very effective despite their appearances. They are strangely talented. They have that little something. Our best men are always dealing with another matter. You are our only option. Alright, we will kill this beast once and for all. Let's see what you're capable of. Okay. Ursula, new character. I like her. Who blinks first? If it's the staring contest, what can I do for you? Quite a tower you have here, your grace. Bit dusty, reeks of magic, but I quite like the mood here. Name is Ursula, by the way. I've been roaming these lands for a couple of years, and to tell the truth, I'm bored to death. Do you have a bunch of exotic and unusual quests you could send me out on? Oh, so a magic night. Finally, this is good. Yes, we have them. Sounds like fun. Going to stay here for a while then. Good morning, Your Grace. My name is Grelin. Ah, and I will be responsible for representing the interests of the inhabitants of Rosen in your lands, if that suits you. Perfectly. Rosen was the capital of Briss until the resurrection of this tower, but it is still a major tourist destination today. You know each other? Yes, we are. Shall we say distantly related? He is indeed my lovely young son. Distantly related. Anyway, if we could change the subject, I came to bring you our first request. A manuscript of ecclesiastical origin appears to have been stolen. Since then, groups of occultists and nobles have been accusing each other, each seeking to pin the blame. We need someone to sort this out. Either investigate the nobles or investigate the cultists. For a consumable, or gold. Let's take the consumable. Thank you, Your Grace. Gwendolyn, so that's it? Our shining principles let the living filth into our sacred vaults? The Kutner nomads you've so magnanimously allowed to loiter here, they are loud, they stink, and I'm fairly certain their grubby little birds stole food from the kitchens. What's next? Will you grant them knighthood in all your kindness? Yeah, you will show me respect. I owe no respect for a sovereign who opens their arms to swindlers and tired blades. Alright. Thank you. Goodbye. Your Grace, I really need to tell you what happened to me the other day. I was visiting a noble lady who lived in a villa just outside Clavermont because of a sordid story. Bodies drained of blood, but that's not why I'm here. This charming lady made me feel very welcome with delicious freshly baked strawberry puddings. But the most crazy thing was her mirror. This mirror was incredible. I could see my own reflection in it, but not that of my... Oh no. What? In your tales of legends you're fond of, is there ever any mention of creatures that mirrors can't reflect? um... Oh yes, you're right. It reminds me of those vampire stories. You can't help but wonder who this ingenuine... How this ingenue is still alive. I don't know that word either. Vampire. She's a vampire, Your Grace. Something must be done. She almost ate me. Um... Um... You're still alive, so let's try to be diplomatic. I really would love to be diplomatic here. That would be so great. Diplomacy with a vampire? Well, you're the boss. And we have a map room talk. Oh, Your Grace, come in. Look what I'm pulling out of the oven right here. Small cakes carefully arranged on the table fill the room with a warm, spiced fragrance. I used to love cooking for my children when they were younger. I miss it sometimes. I'm quite certain they eat absolute rubbish nowadays. He gazes at the biscuits with a gentle nostalgia. Anyway, if you would like, Your Grace, I could certainly prepare little treats for our nights from time to time. A good cookie shared is worth 1,000 words, isn't it? That's actually how I met my wife. Okay. Okay. And we have some more gossip. Here a rumor. Your Grace, do have a cup of tea. A little bird has shared a most interesting anecdote with me. Gwendon has a fear of the dark. Okay, that's not a reason to keep him. Why are there exclamation marks here? Interesting. We will start in... Ah, I understand now that... No, still don't understand. Ah, Arlen can now cook a snack for one night each cycle. Giving a snack to a knight will give them a small bonus if they are sent on a quest. Each knight likes some specific snacks. You will have to discover which ones. Giving a knight a snack they like will result in affinity bonus. Sure, let's give Angelica... Wait, no, let's think about who to send out where first. And I'm now realizing that this deadline thing means that they are away for longer. If only I had known that earlier. Kill the Beast gives a lot of gold and popularity, and I need within a couple of cycles more popularity with the people, so that's what I'm looking at the moment. And it seems there are a couple of quests with that option. Kill the Beast would be one. The Vampire of Clavemont as well. But this one requires 2 knights as well. This one only gives a consumable. The residents of MacLeod are requesting your assistance in investigating the nearby woods to determine the ideal location for building a new cow catapult. Sounds like something for Ursula. Maybe. Unless I want to get this one done soonish. Okay, besides a small lake, you'll need to be fast, you'll need to be strong, good luck. But maybe I'll wait for him to be back next turn. This one requires 2 as well. So we send her here. Maybe we can even buy her something. Anything that gives wit. The hunting bow does. Okay. Doesn't really work. And he's at really low affinity, right? I don't like it. I mean, this looks like the perfect quest for him. Just looking at the quests, but it doesn't give the reward I'm looking for. But let's assign him for now anyhow. And maybe we hope that this is enough wit to win that role. Anything but bored to death. Okay. If we needed to, we also have the hunter's eggs for something. Maybe for this one later. Let's find a quest. Oh wait, I don't have any other quests that only require one of them. So then maybe I don't send him out. And we go on one of the double quests right now that doesn't require 4 wit and 3 wit. Maybe the 2 of them can get it done. And we don't need the donkey for that. Now, how does that look? Everyone is on a quest. This looks good. This looks good. All right, let's send. Wait. All right, right. We have the armor to repair. How do we do that? We go to the forge. Repair armor. Repair. Sure. So the cost doesn't increase. Based on... Oh, it just goes up. Huh. Per repair. I wonder if it resets after each round. I hope it does. And if that's the case, I want to repair armor every cycle. At least once, anyhow. But also it doesn't seem to be more expensive if I need to repair it more. Now, what else do we want to do? Oh, and I do have stat points available. I forgot about that. Sure, let's give her some... She is naive, so she often fails the wit challenges anyhow. And I want to eventually get rid of Gwendon, so maybe I start giving her more charisma. And Gwendon can also, he can, for this mission, let's give him some wit. And now we give, no, wrong. Now we make some, where do I give the cookies? Where do I make the cookies? Where are the cookies? Shouldn't it be in the map room with him? I'm confused. I am confused. Meal available in cancel, but there is no... Ah, I can scroll here. I didn't see that. Kitchen. Okay, send meal. Oh, I hope I didn't miss anything earlier. Sure, let's try out what everyone likes. And try to make an interesting guess first. So, brisk culinary emblem in all its simplicity, a generous sausage wrapped in a buckwheat crab. It is even said to have inspired one of the region's most beloved folk songs. Croque monsieur, the unbeatable combination of white bread, ham, and a rich cheesy bechamel. A quick snack that never fails to satisfy. Préfou is, I'm just guessing how to pronounce this. Bread soaked in butter and garlic in unreasonable, fully unapologetic quantities, and not an ounce of shame. As I'm reading this, I'm thinking about whether or not this is something I would like to make. This sounds interesting. Crepe, brisk crepe in all its nobility, paper thin, twice cooked in salted butter, and delicate as a jewel. To be paired as you see fit, some would even dare add cheese. Brazilian butter shortbread, a small shortbread cookie, soft, buttery, and generous itself. It tastes exactly like it looks. So, he's talked about giving his family members, and she is a family member, cookies. So I'm guessing that Angelica likes these butter shortbread cookies. Let's read the last one anyhow. A controversial recipe from Gavold, a wheat wrapped stuffed with meat, fries and cheese, dog food according to some, culinary revolution according to others. What a tasty idea, Your Grace. I'll get cooking straight away. And Angelica liked it. She liked the cookie. Or did she like being sent there? Next cycle. And let's soap. Why is Ursula still there? Okay, looks good. Looks not good. No. Failure. And a lot of damage. Oh. Why? He's inattentive. Wits and luck. Oh. This was a really bad matchup. Where did I send him? Yeah, no rewards, obviously. Wyvern repelling. Oh, also not good. Okay. Oh, she's carrying. Okay, that's a success. Both of them take some damage. He's arrogant, obviously. Wits, naive, charisma, okay. Animal lover helped. Something here helped. Repleted. Not sure what that means. Probably the cookie. But we would have done it even without the cookie. Okay. Got some rewards. Both of them leveled up. Oh. Can we... No. Can we... see... a history of where the knight went? Let's take a look here. Raise your arms for a second. Raise in the air, you mean? Yep, arms spread right, so I can examine every inch of that armor. But the thing is, this... come on, higher, let me see it. 1 and 2 and 3, higher, come on, but... Okay. Hello, somebody here? Looking for someone? Wow! Your Grace, it's you. I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were... I mean, did you hear a scream? Yes, you did. I'm sorry, I was joking. No, I don't blame you. I heard a scream before you came out of the hallway, but it was just the wind, right? Right? The tower is a bit scary at night. The wind whistled so strangely through the windows of our quarters. It was making such odd noises last night, and I confess it kept me from sleeping a little. I'm tired. There are these scary stories Uncle Arlen used to tell me when I was little. I think they still terrify me today. Oh no! One night, always on the business. Oh no. Sir Arlen said such a thing? Well, I suppose he just wanted to spark my imagination, and it worked in a way, but he had no ill intentions, Your Grace. Anyway, they're just made-up stories, aren't they? And last night it was just the wind too, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Angelica, new attribute discovered. Ghost. Just in case, let's go back to the Great Hall. Ghost? What is ghost? It doesn't say. Ah, but there is a stat point available. And he has... She's bad against ghosts. Ah, I see. Ghosts are her weakness. That's how to read it. And relic recovery is bad for Grandon. Okay, that's new. And Goberto is bad at diplomacy, but good at relic discovery. I didn't know those. And Ursula is bad at discovery, good at relic discovery, and bad at something else. And she's jaded. Lady Ursula is a lone knight who roams the lands of Briss in an eternal quest to find distractions, chase away her boredom. And he has a stat point available, and that's the exclamation mark. I understand it now. And he has a fear of the dark as well. Yeah, I'm not convinced I want to keep him. I think I'm going to take not a break here. I think I'm going to end the stream here. I will probably, as it looks, not get a full playthrough, not even a full act in this stream, but I'm starting to get tired and I feel like this is an interesting moment to end the stream. Not quite yet before hitting the target, the first quest line, but I think of it as a cliffhanger. And there's so much, yeah, the characters, I kind of like them. I love hating Gwendon. I don't like Gwendon, but I have a lot of fun hating him. I love the character art as well. Yeah, I'll end the stream here. Wait, I can't save? Why can't I save? Main menu? Press any key, resume. Okay, I can. Never mind. Everything's fine. Yeah. Thanks for watching. And hope to see you around. I'm playing quite a lot of games at the moment. And to play it all on stream, I'll probably have to up my streaming times, which I'm gonna do. But also there are a couple of new games coming out as well, which I want to play. So I don't know how I'm going to sort this out. I also want to play Iron Nest, which is also a lot of things to play. So maybe I'll finally end up making a weekly schedule, because with the amount of games I want to play at the moment, I don't think I can without planning for it. Yeah. Also, I'm probably not going to play every game to a finish that I start, simply because sometimes you need to play a game for a couple of hours to realize that you're happy with just that. You don't need to finish every book you start, and you don't need to complete every series you start watching. And the same is true for games. Sovereign Tower, I'm curious how it continues. It is taking a bit of effort on my throat, just narrating all the text. So I'll probably stream it when I feel fit, when I feel awake. Yeah, so I don't know, maybe I don't plan around, maybe I'm going to be more spontaneous, depending on what mood I am in at any given day. We will see. Yeah, thanks for watching and hope to see you around, and explore some of these new games with me. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye.